Samba Sport Podcast, where stories are told.
Hello, my dear audience. I hope you're doing good. Welcome to this brilliant conversation whereby we're going to have a discussion in the line of Fazil Chinoy Fellowship. With me here is one of the fellows. Welcome to this conversation. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm fine.
Yes. Today, we would like to highlight a number of things concerning Fazil Chinoy Fellowship and the Green Minds Youth Initiative and understand what is the relationship, what are the benefits that you have underwent over the period of time that you have been benefiting from them. But in short, start with your name and tell us your background, just in short.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. And my name is Alice Layton, the founder and director of Green Minds Youth Initiative. Alice is a graduate from Masai Mara University. I studied a Bachelor of Arts in Community Development, and here I am right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so nice of you. What happened? How did you find yourself being one of the fellows in the Fazil Chinoy Fellowship?
Thank you. So Alice did her attachment at Samba Sports back in 2023.
Yes.
So after my attachment, I came back as a volunteer. And during my attachment time at Samba Sports, I was in one of the departments, that is a climate action department, whereby I had a lot of interest in it. And during one of these fine days, we had an event by the name the Diani Zero Plastic Pollution Festival that we went to exhibit as a department.
Yes.
Over climate action. And that is where I found myself landing in the fellowship. It was very competitive, but then through God's grace, I managed to be one of the top fellows in the fellowship. So that's how I ended up in the fellowship.
Maybe, Alice, as we get back before that department thing, I would like to understand, did you have an initiative before that linked you or made you to get the opportunity to participate in that competition in the Diani Beach Zero Plastic Pollution Festival?
Thank you. So back in my campus life,
Yes.
I used to be one of the cheerleaders in a certain club.
Yes.
By the name Red Cross Club. I was a treasurer, and then also in another club, Peer Educators Club. And in those clubs, we used to conduct environmental activities.
Yes.
Whereby we could visit children's homes and plant trees with them. We could visit different places just to do awareness and sensitization on climate action.
Yes.
So after finishing my campus life, coming back here to the community, I still had the same interest.
Yes.
That's why even when I came to Samba as an attaché, I chose to be in the climate action department because I still had the interest. So yeah.
Now you've got an opportunity to be among the those who got an opportunity to win, as we're talking about the Fazil Chinoy Fellowship. I would like just to understand, just in brief, now you have the opportunity. What exactly are you proud of? What can you talk about that has brought a change when you talk about Fazil Chinoy Fellowship and your life? What is the greatest change that the fellowship has made to you?
Thank you so much. So first of all, I'll say there is so many impacts, so many changes that has taken place in my life because of Fazil Chinoy Fellowship.
Yes.
I was just an ordinary girl. I didn't know if one day I'll become a founder or a director of any initiative.
Yes.
So first of all, it's me becoming the director of Green Minds Youth Initiative. So that is the most significant change that I've seen in my life.
Yes.
And then also through the fellowship, the support in capacity buildings, on institutional growth, development, and all that, it has mentored me to be that one leader whom I've always wished to be.
Okay, Alice, in your highlight, you have just mentioned growth, and I would like just to understand when you talk about growth, there is this aspect, you just tell us, how did Green Minds started, how many were you, and when you talk about the growth in terms of numbers, staff at Green Minds, how is it, how is the situation, and you also tell us how is the growth personally to those staffs which are there, which has been influenced by the Fazil Chinoy Fellowship?
Thank you so much. So when I talk of growth,
Yes.
first of all, during the Fazil Chinoy Fellowship, in the first year, we just started with only 5 schools.
Yes.
That is where we used to implement climate action programs in.
Yes.
The only 5.
Yes.
And per school, we had 30 Eco Club members.
Yes.
But right now, there is a scaling up whereby we have 7 schools
Yes.
here in one location. And in one school, we find that the numbers varies.
Yes.
In some schools, we have 30 learners. In other schools, we have 50. In others, we have 60, depending on what the school wants, because so many schools are very inspired with the programs that we are implementing in the schools. That's where you find that the number varies.
Yes.
So far we have 7 schools, whereby 30 learners per school. So those are 270 learners that we've inspired so far.
Yes.
And also during the sessions, we usually have these other learners that just hang around when we're doing sessions. So still, there are more than 300 learners that we've inspired,
Yes.
directly and indirectly,
Yes.
in the schools. And then also, I started as Alice alone,
Yes.
but right now we have other volunteers, and we have other 2 volunteers that are getting stipend right now.
Yes.
And in total, we are 10 of us in the fellowship.
Yes.
So that means I was alone, and right now we have other people on board. So that means there's growth. And also our climate action programs, we used to do climate action programs only.
Yeah.
But right now we have brought in other programs, like mentorship programs, like life skills, issues to do with mental health, because in as much as we want to inspire them to deal with climate action, we also have we also need to inspire them in terms of taking care of their mental health, because when someone is not stable, they cannot take care of the environment. So we have diversified our programs, not only focusing on climate action. So that means there's also change there. Yeah.
So for the last 3 months, when we talk about the organization, when we count from the juncture which we are to the last 3 months, what is the what is the progress? How is the progress of the organization for the last 3 months?
Okay, thank you so much. So I'll say there is so much progress in our office, because first, through the capacity buildings that we've done on institutional growth and also on resource mobilization. So we've acquired skills of writing proposals, and I'm glad to say that through those skills, we now have a project on snail farming that we are implementing as Green Minds, to also help us in one of the ways of sustainability, and also employ more youth in our office, and also educate the society that we can also adopt other sources of proteins, not only only focusing on the usual meat that we know. So we also want to make sure the society also adapts snail farming as one of the ways of acquiring proteins.
Yes.
And then also another growth that is there, we just implemented the kitchen gardens, and right now they're doing great. The learners have also harvested the produce, so that is also one of the growth that we're very proud as Green Minds, because it has really inspired the learners together with their parents. And then also something else I would like to talk about is some of our volunteers are now getting stipend through the support of Fazil Chinoy Fellowship.
Okay.
So that is the growth that we are seeing as Green Minds. And then also developing curriculum. Now it's term 2 here in Kenya, and the learners are back from the holiday, and we have come up with a structured curriculum that will be guiding the mentors during the mentorships in school, and it's on right now. So the curriculum is on climate action debates. Yeah.
Okay, that is very nice, and they've highlighted a lot of things, a lot of progress. And just maybe to touch on, in every setup, there must be plans for the future. So I would like also to understand, for the benefit of the audience and also those who are majorly interested and those who are funding the Fazil Chinoy Fellowship, I would like to understand what are the future plans? What are you planning? What are we going to see in the next 2 or 3 months?
Thank you so much. So for that question, thank you for it, and because we have something interesting that we are venturing into right now. Green Minds is trying to come up with a volunteering program that will be hosting other volunteers from outside, like outside Kenya. So it's a program that we are looking forward to. We've already started the process, and it's underway. Within 1 month, it will be on. And then something else, another future plan that we're looking forward to, we want to restore the quarries here in Kwale, because you find that these quarries make our environment look ugly. It's also a spot for the young people to go and do so many stuffs that are not meant to be done for as youth.
Yes.
So we want to restore them and also restore the heritage of the Kwale community. And in these quarries, we want to plant different indigenous trees that will be reminding us of our heritage, and then also creating camps there that people will be going to visit. And and then something else that we're also looking forward to is the debate contest. So through the curriculum that we've just developed, the sessions are on, and we are looking forward to have a debate contest across the 7 schools. So that is something else that we are also looking forward to in the next coming 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so nice, and we are just seeing the bigger support and the bigger impact of the Fazil Chinoy Fellowship in relation as we talk about the Green Minds Youth Initiative. And the other big thing that I want us to give an eye on is we have the brains behind this fellowship. Talking about Shanaz Chinoy, given an opportunity, what can you say to her? What can you give to her? What are your sentiments?
Thank you so much. So first of all, I must say that Shinaz, you are very special, because it's not always all the people that have resources that will think of supporting or thinking of others. Yes. But for you, thank you so much for having us in your mind to make sure that young leaders like us have someone who can hold their hands so that we can reach out to our dreams. So if someone asks me who you truly are, you are an angel. Thank you so much for making our dreams come true. Thank you for bringing impact in Kwale County. Just always know that you're special, and we always pray to God that you may continue living to be that old Shinaz that we love the most. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for this conversation, and to you, we are looking forward to see more great things and bigger plans, bigger future plans. My dear audience up to there, I would like to say thank you very much for giving an eye to this brilliant conversation. Let's meet again in this same place, whereby we keep discussing on the impactful stories and the impact made by Fazil Chinoy. Amandala Francis Dennis, goodbye, see you next time.
Samba Sport Podcast, where stories are told.